Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thanksgiving is over, Christmas is right around the corner. So in this week's video, we're going to talk about 5 excellent Christmas gifts that won't break the bank and are solid investments for the homeschooling family. And this top 5 video is going to start right now. Hopefully this video will serve 2 purposes. Number 1, give you some great gift ideas for the holidays this year. And number 2, perhaps keep you from buying a gift that you may regret because it didn't really do what you thought it was going to do and it cost way too much money. We're not going to name any names, but each of us has bought one of those gifts and I think you know what I mean. Starting off the list at number 5 today is a book. Now hear me out on this. I know it's not as fun as that Star Wars BB-8 toy they've been asking for. But a good homeschooling book is definitely worth its weight in mistletoe. We should probably cut that out. It's way too corny. And just to clarify, we've been homeschooling for over 5 years and have definitely amassed a lot of books. Most of them are decent, some of them are crap, but we've picked up 3 over the last few years that are great. The first one we've mentioned several times already on the blog. It's our animals book. It's the one that our kids take to the zoo, to the aquarium. It's a fantastic book. Because we've talked about it so much, I'm not going to spend that much time on it again. That being said, it's well written for young learners, it has tons of fun information, and what child doesn't have a million questions about animals? With this book, when they ask you that question, you can just say, hey, why don't you go check and see what your book says? The other 2 books I want to recommend are the Usborne Science Encyclopedia. I don't know who the Usbornes are, but they write a great book. And the second one is the Science book. It actually says big ideas simply explained. The Science book is truly a timeline of scientific discoveries from basically the beginning of the Earth. One of the great things about these books is just like the animal books, they're well written, they're easy to understand, chock full of facts, information, pictures. So when your kids ask you that question that you just don't quite know, for example, what's the sun made out of? How do binoculars work? What really is photosynthesis? Instead of saying, I don't know, you can say, hey, let's go to your book, read a little bit about it. They ask a question, they practice reading, they learn some science. It's a complete science lesson right there. All right, on to something a little bit more fun to unwrap under the tree. Number 4 on our list is a boogie board writing tablet. This one is great for several reasons. The kids love it and it saves you money. How does a writing tablet save you money? I'm glad you asked that question. Paper. It saves you money on paper because you don't have to buy as much. You can have them do their assignments on these writing tablets. Everything from your older kids doing their math problems to your younger ones practicing their writing over and over. And plus, the kids prefer to use this anyway than writing on paper for various reasons. One being the magic of the instant erase button is never lost on them. And plus, it's cheaper and much more durable than your tablet, so you don't have to worry about them breaking it. And if you do, it's not as expensive to replace. They come in various sizes, have multiple colors and price ranges, and I'll leave a link in the description below for the one that we use most commonly. It can be used around the house for a myriad reasons. I think people just say myriad just to sound smart. I once had an English teacher say never use utilize when you can use, and you can always use. And it can be used around the house for a ton of reasons. It can be your daily or weekly homeschool schedule. It can be a chore list, although the fun of it quickly diminishes when you use it that way. You can also use it as a passive-aggressive way to remind people to subscribe to your weekly YouTube channel. Shameless, pure shameless. But seriously, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Number 3 on our list is going to be an educational subscription service. From a science standpoint, there are really 2 names in the game, KiwiCo and Mel Science Company. We've been using KiwiCo and every month we get a box shipped right to our door. I don't want to imply that teaching science is harder than teaching other subjects, but there are definitely certain unique challenges that other subjects don't have. It oftentimes requires equipment or materials that can be either difficult to obtain or just expensive. One of the benefits of a subscription service is you don't have to worry about any of that. They will package you just the right amount of what you need. For example, when we did our video on how to make colossal bubbles, I bought a bag of guar gum to help make the bubbles bigger. I only needed a tablespoon, and now I have a pound of guar gum in our pantry that we're never going to use. You don't have to worry about that with these services because they send you just the right amount of what you're going to need. KiwiCo had a few more services for a wider range of ages, and since my son is just 5, this was perfect for him. I'll leave a link in the description below for KiwiCo and Mel Science Company. The good news is around the holidays, they usually provide a lot of discount, and I know for a fact using the link below for KiwiCo, if you type in Mary at checkout, you're going to get a pretty good startup discount. Now, if you're not interested in signing up for a subscription service, our number 2 gift on the list might be exactly what you want. On our 3-Minute Thursday videos, you know we haven't done one of those in a while? Our videos that review many homeschooling kids. Our favorite is probably the snap circuits. That sounds broken. But it's not, it's just the pieces moving around. Snap circuits are great because they are reusable and each time you're able to build something different, and oftentimes each different build has a different science topic behind it. I'll leave a link in the description below for the video when we reviewed snap circuits. As you can see, we've gone through a lot of these single kits in our homeschooling curriculum. The snap circuits is by far the best because of the reusability, but my second favorite, and it's a little personal because I have a daughter, there is a new company out there producing science kits with a focus on teaching young girls. That was the last 3 Minute Thursday video we did. It was a great product, very engaging, and my daughter, and truthfully my son too, really enjoyed it. I'll leave a link for that product and the video in our description below. There's going to be a lot of links in this video. Alright, if you've made it this far, you're ready for the number one. Our number one Christmas gift. The big finale of the video is... what is it again? Just kidding. It's an annual pass or a subscription service to something like your local zoo, aquarium, or children's museum. And if you live in a place where you don't have one of these options close by, you can even consider your county's local parks and recreation passes. Just about every county in the country has one. I really haven't done research to back that statement up. These passes, in addition to being fun, allow you to have some great family time, learn in a completely different environment, and they also allow you to be a little bit lazy. And what I mean by that is, it's a Thursday night, you don't have anything planned for the next day, you want to sleep in, well, do it. And just utilize one of your annual passes. We've done several videos on how we homeschool at these different places, like the zoo and the aquarium, even one on Disney World. So if you're sitting around and you don't want to make a lesson plan for the following day, that's when an annual pass is incredibly handy. That's it for this week's video, which talks about 5 excellent Christmas gifts for the homeschooling family. Number 5 is a good book. Number 4, a writing tablet. Number 3, a subscription service. Number 2, an educational one-time science kit. And number 1 is an annual pass to somewhere where you can go and learn on a regular basis and be a little bit lazy. So here at the Science Club, we hope you have a great day. Hope you have an even better Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating. And like I say at the end of every video, the other 2 books I want to recommend are I think I just spit on the camera. So gross.